How you draw a line graph depends on the data that you're using and the paper you're using. First, consider the data. In this case here, we're going to draw a line graph of some minimum and maximum temperatures. These are the averages over a whole year. So there are 12 months, and these months are the independent values. So they're going to go on the x-axis. For the temperatures themselves, they have a range between 1.5 degrees Celsius and 30.5, but we'll start the y-axis from 0. The temperature goes on the y-axis because the temperature depends on the time of year and not the other way around. For the paper we're using, graph paper can be oriented in portrait or landscape. To decide which you're going to use, consider the number of squares available. This graph paper has 18 centimetres along the short edge and 27 centimetres along the long edge. To allow enough room for each month, we're going to choose landscape. And we want to use the whole page, not just draw a tiny graph in one corner. To work out an appropriate scale, we can see our 12 months go into the 27 squares twice with some left over, so we'll use 2 centimetres for each month. For the y-axis we only have 18 squares, but if we use 2 degrees for each square, that will give us a range of 36 degrees, which is more than enough. So fill in your scale, and remember to include the axis labels. Then you can add your data points. The average maximum temperature in January is 30.5 degrees Celsius. So we start at January and mark a cross up at 30.5. We use a cross because it's more precise than filling in a circle. Continue using this process to plot your data points. Because temperature varies across the year, we can connect these points, and we'll label these as the maximum. We have the minimum data set as well, and we plot those points in the same way. Here we're plotting the September average minimum of 3.1 degrees, and we plot an X where September lines up with 3.1 degrees. Plot the points, connect them, and label the set. Lastly, add a title that describes the graph. As a guide, you should reference both axes in your title, in this case, monthly average temperatures. And now try it yourself. Plot the maximum and minimum monthly average temperatures for another time or place. How does your line graph compare to this one?